When Dave turned 72, he realized the hum had become unbearable. Not just the hum of traffic or neon lights, but the deeper one, the invisible vibration of screens, alerts, and endless news feeds. Every corner of his Toronto apartment pulsed with energy, always on, always glowing. One evening, he shut his laptop mid-sentence, unplugged the router, and stared at the silence. It was the first time in years he could hear his own breath. Within a month, he'd sold nearly everything. The television, his smart devices, even the espresso machine that whirred like an engine. He packed a few hand tools, a box of books, a battered guitar, and the last of his grandfather's camping gear. The destination was a small village called Pine Hollow, deep in the Ontario woods, where the air was thick with cedar and the roads ended in gravel and birdsong. The people of Pine Hollow had long memories and slow routines. They lived by the rhythm of the river and the sound of the church bell on Sundays. There was no cell service, no Wi-Fi, and no need for either. Dave rented a weathered log cabin on the edge of the forest. It came with a wood stove, a creaky rocker, and a single power line he never bothered to connect. The first weeks were the hardest. His hands, used to keyboards and remotes, blistered from splitting wood. Nights felt too dark, mornings too quiet. He would reach for his pocket instinctively. Phantom vibrations where a phone used to live. But gradually the silence stopped being an absence and became a companion. He started keeping a journal by lamplight, his handwriting shaky at first but growing steadier with each entry. He wrote about the deer that crossed his path at dawn, about the smell of rain hitting moss, about the conversations at the general store where everyone still paid in cash and gossip. He began to trade labor for bread, help repair fences, and fish in the cold river that twisted through the pines. Time stretched again, like it had when he was a boy. By autumn, his beard was thick and white, his mind lighter. The villagers had accepted him, not for who he'd been, but for the quiet man who could now fix a roof, play old Gordon Lightfoot songs by the fire, and listen without checking a screen. In the evenings, when fog rolled through the valley, he'd sit on his porch, lantern glowing faintly, and think about the city, how it must still buzz and blink without pause. He felt no bitterness, only distance, as though he'd stepped outside time itself. Sometimes visitors came through the woods, hikers or lost motorists, looking bewildered by the lack of signal.
They'd ask if he missed the modern world.
No, I just found an older one that still works.
And when they left, and the forest reclaimed its hush, he'd close his eyes and listen to the wind in the pines, the ripple of the creek, and his own steady heartbeat, proof that life, without the noise, was still beautifully alive.